Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Hawley. And now Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the panelists. Mr. Dugan, you mentioned that you think that the Inform Act should be passed as quickly as possible. My understanding is that the House version of this act changed the date when the consumer receives information about the product to after the point of sale. Do you support that change?
I support both the House legislation and the companion here in the Senate. I'm not an expert or legislator, so I'm going to kind of leave that to the legislators if I could.
Doesn't
But
it
I
make
do
more sense
support,
to get
yes.
the information to the consumer
Yes.
before the consumer purchases the
Yes,
item?
I support that, yes.
So since Mr. Dugan supports the passage of the Inform Act, do the other panelists also support the passage of this act? Please.
Senator, we have not weighed in with official support. Right now, we're still want to work with the committee to fine-tune some things in the bill, particularly the verification timelines and thresholds, which are very important.
But it sounds as though you support the concept of disclosure information.
Correct. And inform.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. So, Mr. Mudarek? Oh, you have brought to the attention of these online sellers, about maybe Amazon, that they have online unsafe products and they don't take it down. You've been asked a number of questions relating to Section 230, and I'm wondering where the online platform receives money for advertising the product, whether they should be exposed to liability. What do you think? Any of you?
I'm not sure if I fully understand your question, Senator. Can you?
Right now, Section 230 pretty much protects the online marketplace of Google and Amazon. Let's just use Amazon. That whatever is the content, they have no responsibility for monitoring or doing anything, disclosing anything. So I am co-sponsor of the Safe Tech Act, which requires that in certain instances, these platforms will not have the benefit of liability protection. One of the instances would be if they actually receive money for that item to be advertised on their platforms.
Well, Section 230 allows us to actually take down the content. That's why it's so vital that we have that liability protection. So anything that would harm or dilute that protection would be a concern of ours.
Well, except that if the platform does not take down this product, as was the case with Mr. Bubarek, then shouldn't there be some liability attaching?
Well,
because right now there's nothing that really requires these platforms to take those kinds of precautions. If they want to, they can. If they don't, they still get the liability protection.
Actually, ma'am, there's law there that says if we're notified of something, we have to take it down, and that is required, and so we do that. Now, Mr. Mudarek, I don't know all of his examples, and I'm not familiar with everything. It's the first time I'm hearing about it, so I can't comment on exactly what he's saying, but I can tell you that there is existing law that says if we're notified about something, we must take it down.
Oh, that is surprising because this committee has had other hearings where certain video, for example, it's very harmful. The platform is asked to take down a video, for example, a father whose daughter was shot and killed online. The video, so he kept asking the platform to take down the video, and they never took it down.
Well,
so I don't understand your comment that if you requested, you have to take something down.
In the example Mr. Mudarek said was there were products that were infringing on his trademarks. And in those cases, that information, once we're notified of that, there's precedence there, there's law there that says we have to take it down. That's notice and comment.
If I may.
Yes.
On a monthly basis, we would send in lists of product which did not infringe our marks, but were obviously in violation of federal safety standards. Mm-hmm. And on a monthly basis, we would follow up with the same list of not only the same products, but even in many cases, the same exact listing that had not been taken down.
So I am among the members of this committee who are looking at the Section 230 immunity provisions to make some changes. I realize that every time we do that, there might be unintended consequences. So the bill that I mentioned, Safe Tech Act, seeks to really define those instances when that immunity is not available. And so I'm going to continue to pursue it. I would ask the panelists to take a look at the Safe Tech Act. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Hirono. Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.